This is the SCRIB3D Advanced pen that I'm going to be reviewing today. Purchased this on Amazon about a week ago and I wanted to test it out. So I'll show you the pen here. It's a bit of a thicker pen than some of the other pens I've tried, which I personally like that thicker feel when I'm gripping a pen, so I don't mind that at all. It has the screen here which tells you the temperature and allows you to adjust the temperature for PLA or ABS. So I have mine set to a temperature range for PLA. It does come with two samples of PLA, which I'm using the purple one here, and I've already loaded into my pen. It does require a power source, so you do need to be close to an outlet when you're using this pen, and you might need to use an extension if you don't have an outlet close by. The cord looks to be about 3 feet in length. There are a variety of buttons. So right now it's making that noise because it's going to sleep. So first off, there's the temperature adjustment button. So we can, first we'll turn it back on and then we can adjust our set temperature. I've got mine set to 170 right now. And now it's showing a red light, which you can see there, and it will show a green light once it gets to that temperature. This is the forward button, which will allow the filament to come through the pen, and this is the unload button, which will retract the filament. So this is the one you use to change filament. You'll hold this for about 5 seconds, and this is the one that you use to get the filament going so you can start drawing in 3D. This is the speed adjustment, so you can adjust how fast the filament is coming out of your pen. If you're noticing that you're getting really thick, kind of squiggly lines, then you might be going too slow. If you're getting really thin lines, then you might be going too fast. So you want to adjust that speed based on how fast that you're moving your finger. So it's turned green now, so that means I can press the forward button. And so I'll just start by getting some of the filament out and starting to practice getting my smooth line here. And I just have to give it a little push here. And I'm just going to be drawing on this laminated piece of paper. This is from a tutorial that I have on my website. I do find that using a laminated piece of paper is the easiest way when you're first getting started with using a 3D pen. It does come with this quick start guide, which includes some stencils that you can do yourself. So these are a little bit more advanced stencils. And this is used with a glossy paper, so it shouldn't stick. And those would be fun projects to do. So as you can see, it's extruding. You actually only need to press this button, this forward button, once, and it will start extruding. You don't have to hold it down the whole time, which I actually personally like as a feature because I can't concentrate on pressing the button and drawing at the same time. So essentially, when you start with your 3D pen, you're going to want to start with making an outline of whatever shape you want to do. And then you're going to fill that outline in. So again, this pen just keeps extruding. So the only issue with that is that you might get some clumping if you take any breaks. You can obviously press the forward button again to stop it from extruding. So I'm just slowly going back and forth over my outline to now fill in my shape. This is also how 3D printing works. It starts with the outline and then you fill in. With 3D printing, you typically layer on top of each other to create your shape. You can do that with a 3D pen. You can build up by just layering more and more filament, but most people will do 2D shapes and then connect the 2D shapes to make a 3D shape. So you don't actually draw in the air. It's not easy to do that. That's not something that I'd recommend a beginner try. I'm not the greatest artist, so I do think I need to make this actually a little bit faster because it's coming fairly slow, and so I'm getting kind of like a stringy. I can also just slow down my pen movements. You can see I'm getting a little bit thicker now as I go. But you'll have to adjust that as you go. And now I'm going to press that top button again because I'm done. This should cool in about 30 seconds. And then you'll be able to peel it off the page. And then you'll have your 2D shape that, again, if you made a few of these, you could connect them together to make your 3D shape. I really like the feel of this pen. I like the thickness. I like that you only have to press this button once and it will continuously extrude, but some people might not like that if they want to be really accurate in control of that extrusion and not. And of course I like that it's easy with this screen here to be able to adjust the temperature and troubleshoot in that way. Overall, I'm really happy with this SCRIB3D Advanced pen.